Good morning, everyone. Today, we'll be starting with our last topic of this chapter, that is democracy promotion. Now, before we begin with this topic in detail, let's have a look at these two pictures. Will you call it democracy? Or will you call this democracy? Now, what these two pictures are all about, right? And what these two pictures depict. And what is their meaning, we'll be starting now. Take a close look at the two cartoons on this and on the next page. These cartoons raise a fundamental question related to global democracy, right? Though he is voting, but is this called democracy? He is forced to vote. He's not voting on his own. You're gifting democracy or a cactus, right? In the form, right? Now, what these two pictures depict, let's discuss about these in detail. Recently, many powerful countries in the world, particularly the United States of America, have taken on the task of democracy promotion in the rest of the world. They say that propagating the values of democracy is not enough. Existing democracies should directly intervene in countries that are non-democratic to establish democracy there. In some cases, powerful countries have launched armed attack on non-democratic countries. This is what Sushmita was talking about. Let us see what happened in Iraq, because Iraq, in Iraq, military rule was there. Saddam Hussein was the dictator of Iraq, right? Now, the people of Iraq, they wanted democracy. That is why they asked the foreign power, the US people, to intervene and help them to gain democracy, right? Help them to win democracy. They didn't want a dictatorship. They wanted democracy. They were not able to do with their own struggles. Even they were struggling. Even they were fighting for democracy. But their voice wasn't enough. That is why they had asked the foreign power, USA, to intervene and help them to gain democracy. But what happened later was, though Saddam Hussein was removed for dictatorship, but US itself, occupied Iraq. US itself had captured Iraq and drained away all its resources. People were wishing for a democracy, but now US itself had started dictating Iraq. In hope of democracy, they had taken help of US. But what US did, right? US itself is a democratic country. But what US did to Iraq, can you call it to be justified? That's what the question is. Iraq is a country in Western Asia. It became independent from British rule in 1932. 3 decades later, there were a series of coups by military officers. Since 1968, it was ruled by Arab Socialist Ba'ath Party. The Arabic word Ba'ath means renaissance. So renaissance means resurrection, right? Resurrection means it's the concept of coming back to life. So Ba'ath Party, the Arabic word Ba'ath means renaissance, which in turn means resurrection. Saddam Hussein, a leading Ba'ath Party leader, played a key role in the 1968 coup that brought the party to power. This government abolished traditional Islamic law and gave women the right to vote and several freedoms not granted in other West Asian countries. After becoming the president of Iraq in 1979, Saddam ran a dictatorial government and suppressed any dissent or opposition to his rule. He was known to have got a number of political opponents killed and persons of ethnic minorities massacred. So what did Saddam Hussein did? He has killed many of the political opponents. People means the people who have tried to, raise voice against him, or the people who tried to stand against him. He has killed many people, and also he has got people killed of ethnic minorities. Though he was doing some good, some good moves he have taken, some good policies he have brought in favor of women, some liberty he has brought in his rule, but still what he did to his political opponents and ethnic minorities was not justified. So, who was Saddam Hussein? Saddam Hussein was a Ba'ath party leader. Ba'ath means renaissance, which means resurrection, meaning coming back to life. The US and its allies like Britain alleged that Iraq possessed secret nuclear weapons and other weapons of mass destruction. Now, US and other countries like Britain, they feared, they had this doubt on Iraq, that Iraq was possessing certain nuclear weapons and those and other weapons as well, which would lead which could lead to mass destruction of humankind, which posed a big threat to the world. But when a UN team went to Iraq to search for such weapons, it did not find any. Still, the US and its allies invaded Iraq, occupied it, and removed Saddam Hussein from power in 2003. The US installed an interim government of its preference. The war against Iraq was not authorized by the UN Security Council. Kofi Annan, the US Secretary General, said that US war on Iraq was illegal. Right? It was not justified, because it was said by UN that no such nuclear weapons exist in Iraq. Still, US invaded Iraq, right? US invaded Iraq. US drained away all the resources of Iraq, and the war against Iraq was not justified. It was a big question on democracy. It was a big question on humanity. Now, the example of Iraq raises some basic questions that we need to think about. Is this the right way to promote democracy? Should a democratic country wage a war and invade other countries for establishing democracy there? No, this is not right, right? You cannot invade other country. Does external help work in every case? No, because it didn't work in case of Iraq, right? Iraq hoped that US would help them establish democracy. But what US did was the opposite, right? US formed a government of its own wish, right? And the government drained away all the resources of Iraq, and the people were put to torture. Even if external intervention leads to the establishment of democracy in a country, would it last long? Would it enjoy the support of its citizens? Finally, is the use of external force to gift democracy to the people in keeping with the spirit of democracy? Think about these questions in the light of all that you have learned in this chapter, right? Now, whatever questions we are raising, the very first one, right? You cannot ever depend on the foreign external powers to help you in gaining democracy. Why? When these external powers, they intervene in the internal matters of your country, there is always a hidden motive, right? There is always a hidden motive behind their intervention, which was there in case of Iraq. US had the hidden motive. US wanted the resources of Iraq, and that is why it had intervened. Right? So external help never works. And even if the democracy, you are successful in establishing the democracy, it will not last long, because the citizens will not be able to support such kind of democracy. Now think about the questions, everyone. Whatever the questions have been asked, think deeply about it. Think thoroughly about it. If any kind of query is there, right? If any questions come in your mind, if you have any doubt regarding this chapter, you can raise your query on your WhatsApp group. Now, before signing off, your homework. Write about the two major powers, United Nations and USSR, and how did they become rival. Also write about their rivalry and its effect on world politics. This work is a mini project for this chapter. Do it in cutouts with symbolic representation and present your work in the best creative manner. Thank you.